Cliff Nation, stand up. We the voice of the fans, from the east to the west side. United we stand, telling all the Raider tales, transactions and more. With our eyes on the prize, we ready to soar. Cliff Nation, let's ride. Painted skies in our heart, from the draft to the game day. Yeah.
What's going on, Raider Nation? This is your man Cliff Thornton from the Raider Fan Podcast. We're gonna dive right into it. Maxx Crosby. What started off as a little rumor, a little headliner, has now reached proportions that everybody needs to start paying attention. Does Maxx Crosby really want out of the Raiders? Fox Sports reporter Jay Glazer has said multiple times that Maxx Crosby wants out of the Raiders. But, when asked, is this a Raiders decision or is this a Maxx Crosby decision? He said Maxx Crosby wants out of the Raiders. I went back, started listening to some of the podcasts, some of the interviews that Maxx Crosby has had even near the end of the season. Even when he was very frustrated that they shut him down for the last 2 weeks of the season. And he kept saying, I want to be a Raider. I want to retire a Raider. There's a clip, one of my favorite clips, that he's talking about, I have a tattoo of the Raiders on me. So, I don't know. The two stories don't seem right. He did make a little comment on his podcast praising Mike Vrabel from the New England Patriots. But he didn't come out and say, oh, I want to play for him. Sometimes sports reporters put their own twist on some things. It's highly unlikely that he would go to the New England Patriots. If I'm the Raiders, you just signed him to a 3-year contract. He's under contract. So I mean, if he wants out, maybe you can get a lot for him, which I'm sure you can. But if I'm Maxx Crosby, if this is not true, I would come out and just kill all the noise. Where there's smoke, there's always fire, though. But I'm hoping that he waits till Klint Kubiak becomes the head coach, and they can sit down and they can talk, and maybe Maxx Crosby could get a little bit of insight of what Klint Kubiak is going to do or wants to do. Everybody's talking about another rebuild. The Raiders have been rebuilding for centuries now. This is no longer a rebuild. This is, let's get it done correctly. Let's get it done right. And the first thing that they needed to do was get the right coach. Get a coach that is offensive-minded, that is in the top. The offense is in the top, top 5, top tier of the NFL, and that's exactly what he's been doing with the Seattle Seahawks, and he's playing Sunday in the Super Bowl. So Maxx Crosby, before let's just hold on. Let's just see what he's gonna say. Let's see who he hires for offensive line coach, because there's a couple of names that are out there. Philadelphia Eagles, the offensive line coach, gave his resignation. Jim Schwartz, may be available to join the staff. So let's take a little bit of a breather. This may not be a rebuild. This may be one of what's called the turnaround. It's happened many times. It's happened with the Patriots, happened with the Chicago Bears, it's happened with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's see how it plays out. But if the Raiders do trade him, it's going to hurt them. It will be one of the normal things. Yep, the Raiders, just as they take a step forward, there's something taking them 2 steps back. So I hope the Raiders, just wait. I hope everybody just waits. I hope everybody just settles down. It will be really good to see what the new coach comes in, what he brings in, and what philosophy he has. What vision does Klint Kubiak have? These are things that I think Maxx Crosby needs to take a look at. I think everybody in the Raiders organization needs to take a look at and see what they do in the draft, see what they do in the offseason. Imagine Maxx Crosby leaves and all of a sudden the Raiders do good, because now you're bringing in a coach that is offensive minded. And that's what the Raiders were really missing out on. They're bringing in a quarterback, a lot better than Geno Smith. So there's a lot of positive things right now. Just hold tight and just see. But does Maxx Crosby really want to be out? I have no idea. I don't think so. There's too many things out there saying no. But I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Tell me in the comments. Does Maxx Crosby want to be out of the Raiders? And does he leave? Like always, let's go Raiders.
Cliff Nation, stand up. We the voice of the fans, from the east to the west side. United we stand, telling all the Raider tales, transactions and more. With our eyes on the prize, we ready to soar. Cliff Nation, let's ride. Painted skies in our heart, from the draft to the game day. Yeah.